Hi guys, Johnny here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your attention. Gentlemen, ladies, right now we are in Romania, in one of the most beautiful places that we have in Romania, which is Transfagarasan Highway. I think it's an awesome place for you to drive with a car or to drive with your motorcycle, because you have all kind of bends on this road. You have all the bends that you want. Today's star is the first SUV that we have on our channel. The Infiniti Q30 was a crossover. This is an SUV, and this is the famous Renault Kadjar. The model that we have in here is from 2018, and it's a Renault Kadjar with a 1.5dci diesel engine, mated to an automatic gearbox with 6 speeds with double clutch. It's the 6 EDC, as they call it. The gearbox that this vehicle has is a dual clutch gearbox. So it's good, it's sporty, let's say, but on this kind of road, on Transfagarasan road, where you have a lot of 90-degree turns, a lot of hard bends, this gearbox doesn't know what to do, because she thinks, shall I leave it in second or shall I leave it in third gear when you are in the middle of a turn? And that's not good if you are driving sporty or enthusiastic. Basically, I prefer to keep this kind of gearbox in manual on this kind of twisties, because that's how I would select myself what kind of gear shall I have into a corner, and not find myself like, if you leave it in drive, you just find yourself in the middle of a turn and the car will do third, then after that it will put the car in the second gear, and then it will go again in the third gear. So the car is confused when you're driving sporty and enthusiastic on the twisties, because she doesn't know exactly what to do. Okay, the design of this car, as you can see, is young, it's optimistic, it's fun. You have all kind of curves. You also have a curve there in the back. The wheels are shiny and trendy, you know. It's a young car with a young design. It's a car of our times. The designer of this beautiful car is a Romanian from the Renault Design Center of Bucharest. And all I can say is applause to that guy, because I think he made a beautiful car. The main competitors of this car are Nissan Qashqai from the group Renault Nissan, Peugeot 3008, and we might say DS7, but only from the body and from the dimensions point of view, because DS is a luxury brand, is not a normal brand. Okay, since we're talking about this car, the length of this car is 4,550 millimeters. The width of this car is 1.83 meters, and the ground clearance of this car, as you can see, the ground clearance of this car is huge. It's 20 centimeters, really huge. Because we are in the back, gentlemen, ladies, let me show you the boot. So the boot is quite okay. It's not big, it's not small. You have a lot of storage bins in here, also in the other corner, and here you have at your handle, you know, how to put the seats down in order to have a lot of space. In my opinion, the boot is correct. You don't need more than this, really. For a young family, you do not need more. This is more than enough. Another thing that I like is the light signature of the rear lights. Really cool. They look like you know, like a Terminator. They look like a robot during the night. Let me show you how is the position on board. I am 1.87 m, and the main advantage of an SUV is the fact that you have the seat close to your bottom, so you don't have to make an effort when you jump into the car. Right now, I am jumping into the car. The car is settled for me. Come here. As you can see, I have enough space for my knees. I have also enough space for my head. As you can see, I have 4 fingers to my head here. A lot, really a lot. Okay. And the ergonomics of this car is really good. Another good thing of this car is that the doors are covering the body. So if the car is dirty and you are getting out of the car and you're touching your pants or your feet with the body of the car, you will not get dirty. Why? Because the door is covering the body of the car. Excellent feature in my opinion. Feature that also Peugeot 3008 and DS7 they have. Come here with me in the back. Actually, go on the other door so you can see me on the other door. So here I am. The seat is settled for me, as I told you. I have enough space for my knees. As you can see, I have 2 fingers, and for my head I have I have more than 5 fingers on my head here. I have really a lot of space in here. The space inside is quite good in my opinion. I can see myself staying here about 2 or 3 hours on a long trip. There is a lot of space for everybody. Okay. I'm driving a lot, and I'm doing about 1,000 miles or 1,600 kilometers per month. And what can I say? Because I'm using the motorways all the time and the national roads, I can say that this car has a good sound insulation, or NVH, as you're saying, noise, vibration, and harshness. Yes, because when you're driving with 100 kilometers per hour, it's silent, really silent. You cannot say anything. It's like a BMW silent, or like an Infiniti. When you're going with 130 kilometers per hour, there is a bit of wind noise, but never engine noise. Really never engine noise. If you're going with 110 miles per hour, you might get a bit of engine noise, but you cannot feel it that much, because the wind noise at 110 miles per hour, it's huge at 170, 180 kilometers per hour. Okay, as you can see, the car has trim in here, and also on the door you have trim that helps you for the noise insulation. In my opinion, I think that these rubber trims should be a bit fatter or a bit bigger in order to have the right amount of sound insulation when you're going with 130 kilometers per hour, because it's not that silent like a BMW or like the Infiniti that I showed you. It's not something that will bother you, but it doesn't have the perfect noise insulation like the Infiniti or the BMW. Another thing that I really like on this car is the fact that we have fat wheels, as you can see. The wheels are 17-inch alloys, and the tires are really high, are big tires with a big balloon. This helps you a lot, because you will feel comfy when you're driving on the road, and when you're taking potholes or bumps, you will not feel a lot of shaking. So I think they are awesome. You need big wheels and small tires, small tire height, only when you are going on the track. For the real life, you don't need anything else, because it's perfect like this, in my opinion. Since we are here, the fuel reservoir, I want to tell you that inside you can fit in 55 liters of fuel. This will give you a range of almost 1,000 kilometers if you are driving normally, and if you want to drive economical, you can get 1,200 kilometers with 55 liters of diesel fuel. This is awesome. This kind of car helps you and will help you to grow, because it's practical, it's big enough, and you don't feel the money when you're driving it, because it's nothing. The fuel consumption is 60 miles to the gallon, okay, so it's perfect, or even 70 miles to the gallon if you are really conscious. And the running costs of this car are cheap. Why? Because the engine, the 1.5dci engine, is a very, very standardized engine that was sold on a lot of cars, different cars like Nissan, Mercedes, Daimler and Renault, and the parts are really cheap. So like timing belt kit, water pump and all the other normal consumables are really, really cheap. So if you are going to buy this kind of car, you will never have money issues from the maintenance point of view. Go ahead, buy this car. It's a young car, beautiful design, and try it. You will not regret it at all, trust me. I want to speak with you a bit about the headlights. These are normal lights, halogen bulbs, so we don't have LED lights. They are perfectly fine. During the night, if you are driving with 100 or maximum 110 kilometers per hour, you will feel perfectly fine with these lights. You don't need more, and during the night you should not drive faster than 100 and 110 kilometers per hour during the night. You should not do that. Also, you have active cornering, so when you are cornering to the right or left during the night, these lights will help you in order to have more light into your corner. Speaking about the corners, the suspension setup, it's very good. It's a bit stiff in my opinion, because compared to the Infiniti Q40, this car is 10% stiffer. It is stiffer, not by a lot, but it is 10% stiffer. This is a good thing, because on the Transfagarasan highway, as you can see, you have a lot of bends. You can put your foot to the floor and the car will not feel wobbly, you know. When you are going left and right, the car is very stable and planted like a train on rails, in my opinion, for this kind of body. Obviously, this is not a car like the RCZ or like a BMW 3 Series Coupe on the twisties, but it's a very, very good car and a very well-balanced car and chassis for the twisties, even though it has a center of gravity a bit high. Gents, thank you very much for your attention. Right now I'm going to leave you. I must enjoy the Transfagarasan highway with this car right now. Thank you very much. Until the next episode, stay healthy and strong. Bye bye.